Om Namo Loe Sarvatrikavarti Aryantanam. Om Namo Loe Sarvatrikavarti Siddhanam. Om Namo Loe Sarvatrikavarti Aharyanam. Om Namo Loe Sarvatrikavarti Vajjanam. Om Namo Loe Sarvatrikavarti Savanam. Om Karam Bindu Sanyuktam Nityam Dayanti Yoginam Kamadam Moksadam Cheva Om Karaya Namo Nama Nama Samay Saraya Swanu Bhutya Chikasate Chitsabhavaya Bhavaya Sarva Bhavantara Chide Agnanati Mirandanam Gnana Anjana Salakaya Chaksaramritam Yena Tasmai Sri Guruve Nama Tirthankaro Jagatana Jayavanta Bharto Omkarana Bhajinano Jayavanta Bharto Jinana Samo Sarana Sau Jayavanta Bharto Ne Tirthachara Jagama Jayavanta Bharto Namo Tirthanayakane Namo Omkaranadane Omkara Sangarotene Namo Te Sri Kunda Kundane Aho Upakara Jinavarno Kundano Dvani Divyano Jina Kunda Dvani Apya Aho Te Guru Kanano Aho Te Bhagavati Matano Dhruva Achalani Anupama Gati Pamela Sarve Sridhane Vandi Kahon Sutta Kevali Bhasita Asamaya Prabhrata Are Om Ekasruddha Sada Arupi Gnana Darshan Maya Kare Kahi Anyate Maru Jari Paramanu Matra Nati Are Jamanetrate Jamanetrate Majagana Nathikara Kanathi Vedaka Are Jane Jakara Modaya Nirajara Bandate Majamokshane Om Namah Siddhebhyo Om Namah Siddhebhyo Om Sri Suddhatmane Namaha. Jai Jinendra. Today is April 12, 2016 and we are taking class on basic Jainism. And we are talking about matter. What is matter? We are working on that. So we'll directly go to the slides. Last time we were on this slide, so we'll quickly recapitulate and keep going. 1 second. Let's see, where are we? Here we are, okay. So we are talking about the matter and what is this matter particles are made up of. Actually, there are 22 subdivisions. We are not going to go to all the 22 subdivisions. We'll just overview those things. And as we progress further, we'll just classify them that are how they came into existence. So we talked about 5 senses: touch, taste, smell, seeing, and hearing. Those 5 senses, I have it, and they are matter particles. You mean whatever I see right now means my eye is a matter particle, non-living matter particle? Yes, it is. My ears, my taste buds, my smell, my touching, everything is, all those 5 senses are matter particles because they don't have capacity to know by themselves. Then you may say, wait a second, I can see, I can hear, I'm watching the movie, I'm hearing the sound, I'm watching the movie, and I'm also smelling the smell of the flower, I'm tasting the good food, and I'm feeling the roughness or smoothness of my clothes and everything. So how can they be matter particle? Because they are the vehicle for knowing. Soul ends up knowing all the things, and they are simply the vehicle for them. For example, if eye is seeing, eye cannot do the function of hearing. If the ear is hearing, it cannot do the function of smelling. If nose is smelling, cannot do the function of touching. So they have the unique things to transmit certain aspect to the soul, and soul is an ultimate knower. Soul analyzes everything. There is a mango in front of us. So eyes look at the mango and say, this is yellow orange color, so it should be a ripe one. Then I took the mango on my hand and I touched the softness of the skin of the mango. It's not hard. Then I smelled and it appears to be sweet smell coming out. And when I cut and I tasted, yes, it is tasting sweet. All the five senses, all the senses did their own work. But soul is a one behind all these senses, analyze all the facts, seeing, hearing, smelling, touching, tasting, all those things, soul analyze all. The faculty is a soul doing all this. Yes. Question? Okay. So that's why five senses are the simply they are the vehicle, and that's why they are matter particle. If let's say my eyes are gone, am I dead? If my ears are deaf, am I dead? No, only the soul leaves the body, then I'm quote unquote dead person. So they are the matter particles. Now, as senses are matter particle, objects of five senses are also matter particles. Whatever I see right now, I see a book, I see a telephone, I see a cable, I see a pen, I see my iPad, I see computer. All those things that I see, the object of my vision, they are matter particles. If I hear that the sound, and sound is coming from the matter particles. If I taste something, I had the sweet smell of the mango that I tasted. So that mango is also matter particle. If I'm touching this shirt and this shirt is softer to me, to feel to me, so that is also matter particle. So all the objects of five senses are matter particles. Gross body means physical body accepted by human beings, and subhuman means plants and animals. They are also called matter particle. Means my body is a matter particle? Yes, sir. It's my body is matter particle, because if the soul leaves this body has no value. Either you just bury or you cremate it out, and that's it, it's done. So it's a gross body is a matter particle. Same as a fluid body, Vaikriya Sharir, the body of the heavenly soul and body of the infernal soul is called fluid body. It's just like the mercury. You put mercury on the table and it can break into pieces. And when you collect all the pieces, and then they can become one big block also. So that's called fluid body. That heavenly soul and infernal souls, they have that kind of body, and the heavenly soul can expand their body to a large one, or they can make a small, or they can make a body very small and all the things. And same is a hellish soul, infernal soul. Body can cut into pieces, but it will join together just like Mercury. That's a characteristics of that body. Assimilative body, as we talked last night, is a very special kind of a small 1 foot body coming out from the right shoulder of a very, very highly revered monk, that if he has a certain spiritual question that he's stuck on it and does not get answer, then that body comes out and goes to the certain area wherever the omniscient Lord is there, or wherever the more knowing person is there, then gets the answer and comes back. So that's called assimilative body. Very extreme, extreme, extreme rare to see that thing. And so far in this time cycle, last 2500 years, we have not, the literature has not recorded any monk having that kind of assimilative body. Karman body, the karma that I accept every day. I do good things, I accept good karma. I do bad things, I accept bad karma. So those karma comes and gets attached to my body. They remain with my, they attach to my soul. Then they remain for a certain time called dormancy. Then they come in fruition, and then they dissipate from the soul. And the new karma comes and everything. So karma and me are having relationship since time infinite. It may not remain with me for time infinite in the future. If I remove all the karmic body, karma particle from me, then I become pure and I go to the Adobe of Siddha, and I end up getting super sensuous bliss coming from within me forever and ever and ever and ever. So Karman body, they have association with me for a long, long time. Yes.
The Karman body would normally travel with the soul, right? Till you are
yes.
The Siddha, you travels with you.
The Siddha is a pure soul.
No, I mean,
transmigratory soul means any person going in a transmigration of all the 4 realms of existence, 4 gati, then the Karman body and electric body, both of them travel with the soul in the transmigration in this cosmic space. Wherever the soul goes, they are they are merged with the soul. Like for example, you have a glass of milk and you added water. Water and milk gets mixed together. That is not right example. But for example, in this room, I put 1 bulb, 2 bulbs, 10 bulbs, 100 bulbs, million bulbs. All the light gets occupied in the same room, can give the space for all those lights. So same way, karmic particle and the soul's space point, they are so intermingled with each other that they will be appearing to be a one unit in a transmigratory soul. So that will be good. Now, question will come to you. And that one question came to me long, long back. That if I'm acquiring this karma since time infinite, I keep on acquiring and acquiring and acquiring. Every samay I acquire karma. Every moment means blink of an eye, innumerable time units pass by, and innumerable means 10 raised to 49 and beyond. That many time units pass by, and each time unit I keep on acquiring new karma. How loaded can I be? Well, still they are so microscopic and they all remain in space point of the soul. The karma particles are infinite. They are with me. And my soul has an innumerable space point. So innumerable is a small number and infinite is a huge number. So this huge number of Karman particles are occupied in the small innumerable space point of the soul. Still, soul doesn't become heavy, soul doesn't become light, it remains same. So it travels with the same speed wherever it has to go. So karman body remains with the soul till you get the liberation. Till the last soul gets liberation, karman particles remains with the body, with the soul all the time.
Kirit uncle,
Yes.
can I just ask a question?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe off topic, we can discuss it some other time.
Mm.
But if you have certain karman bodies attached to a soul, so who is the doer? Does the karma bodies create a situation, instrumental cause, or is it that the soul is doing something, obviously to try to reduce the karman bodies, but is there something the soul can do?
Yes.
So who is the doer? Is the karma bodies making something happen? So the soul does something positive or negative, provide a situation? That's Is this the right place to ask the question?
Yes. Let's take the example. This is my phone. You look at it. Does it look brand new? No. It is broken down from here. There's some pieces are broken down and everything. And there's some scratches. Like it appears to be old phone. But then I can take something which are brand new. I just go to the Verizon store and get a new phone, and you say, oh my God, that's a brand new phone. How did you differentiate between old and new? Because the phone is a matter particle. And so it changes constantly by its own way. Let's not take this phone. Let's take the example of banana. I have a banana in the house. Vibhuti went to the store. She bought a banana. She said, I brought the unripe banana so they can last for 4 or 5 or 6 days. What will happen? Those bananas after 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 10, 15 days. They'll become rotten.
No.
How come they become rotten? I didn't do anything. I just simply kept them in the kitchen. And I went out for 1 week, forgot to take care of the banana, and I came back and they are rotten. Who made them rotten? Banana became rotten by themselves. Nobody made them do anything.
So you're saying the karma particles.
So karma are also matter particle, and they do their own work. Matter particle also do their own work, and soul does its own work. Here is a soul doing its own work. Here is a matter particle doing its own work. Soul is doing all the work, and the karma particle is doing their work, and so they do independent work.
But the thing is, all the different types of karma particles create a situation.
They just simply create the situation and they walk out. They don't do anything to me.
Oh, okay.
My job is I become the doer. That, well, I'm going to do something about this one. I can do something to my kid. I can do something to my car. I can do something to somebody. And all those things that I take the undue responsibility, saying that I'm the doer of somebody else's work. Okay, try to make this banana not to become rotten. What can you do?
It's going to be rotten.
It's going to be rotten no matter what. So I can't do anything about it. So the karma are the matter particle, and they also do their own work. I can't do anything to them. They create the situation for me. Okay, situations here that I slept last night late, and so I woke up late. My alarm apparently didn't work because my phone was dead, and so I woke up very late, tried to rush myself, and just taking coffee and just I'm going to drink coffee on my way to work and everything. And while I'm rushing that one, the coffee spilled on my shirt, and now I'm further late because now I have to change my clothes and everything. And when I came to the car, as usual, my kid has taken car last night, and now there is no gas in there, and I have to go 30 miles or God knows whatever. What happened now? Situation is all ripe for me to become angry. Do I become angry or not? That is the trigger is on my hand. I can say, yes, it's a situation unavoidable. No matter how much I'm going to become angry, I'm going to be late at work no matter what. So if I accept that part, I make a phone call. Okay, but my secretary, I'm going to be late. You may have to cancel my one meeting. I know it's an important meeting, but what can I do right now? So if I remain cool and do that, everything works out good. But now I become extremely angry. And now I'm doing rash driving. And now I end up with an accident. Who did all these things? The situation was ready, but I pulled the trigger and created problem.
So, but when you say I'm sorry,
the
soul. So then that means the soul is the doer? The soul shouldn't be the doer.
Soul is a doer of its own act.
Of its own act only. So you're not a doer of anything else, just your own act.
My sugar, can sugar give you salty taste or sour taste anytime?
Never.
Well, that sugar is in India or in Brazil or in US or in Canada. What will be the taste of the sugar?
It's the same.
So no matter where is that sugar, always it gives taste of the sweetness, sweetness, sweetness. Soul is always there. Soul's job is to know, and to know only.
And not to react.
Not to react, not to interfere in somebody's work and everything. It appears that I did interfere in somebody's work. It appears that secretary was not working and I became angry and now she started working great. And I can say, see how nice, how great boss I am. I make everybody work just like that. Nobody can fool around with me. That's a ego I have, wrong notion I have it. It's just like that the dog walking under the bullock cart, and dog thinks that I am the one by which the bullock cart is moving. And so he's walking with extreme pride and everything, and suddenly he kept on walking on the left side and bullock cart went on the right side. So what now? So you were not the doer you are not the driver of the bullock cart at all to start with. So why were you taking that kind of undue kind of importance and doership? So soul's job is to know, but not to interfere in somebody else's work.
And the karma just provides a situation, and the soul only chooses how to react, but only affects its own self, no other.
Yes, because when I react, I end up binding new karma, and those new karma will come in fruition in future, and they will give me situation again and again and again. So that way this vicious cycle keeps on moving. The karma has no brain, they have no knowledge. Only the brain and knowledge is there in the soul. So soul is ultimate person. Soul will say, no, I'm not going to be coming in the trap. Karma are creating trap for me. I won't come in the trap. I won't get involved with her undue lousy things of doership of the other objects. I'm going to remain within me. Mahavir Swami, when he was having the nails inserted in his ears by that shepherd, he had a choice. He could have just slapped the guy and say, who are you to do this one? I'm not your servant. Your cows went out because you were careless. Why do you blame me? But Mahavir Swami remained in equanimity state. He said, that's the karma is creating situation. I don't have to react. Same situation, Mahavir was in the jungle and this Chandakaushik snake started biting him. He's in a deep meditation, did not get affected, and he says, snake is doing its own job, I'm doing my own job, and I don't have to worry about it. There was another example. There was in a water. There was a the fly came and not fly. I mean um, fly came and fell down, and the person takes the fly out. The fly falls again. Person takes the things out. Fly falls again. The person takes it out and fly bites that guy. So somebody says, why will you do that? Why will you take the fly out of the water so that to have you get bitten? And so the person says, I'm doing my job, fly is doing its own job, everybody's doing their own job, and that's it. So those are the things we have to understand. Karman body, karma, they do their own job. I'm the one, conscious element, I do my own job. So that's the reason that Karman particles are material particles. Remember, all these material particles, they don't have brain, they don't have knowledge, but they have the transformation occurring every moment. Somebody comes to my house, oh, your house looks brand new. How old it is? Well, and I feel so happy about it. But house is doing its own job. I'm doing my own job. I'm just residing in the house. Why should I take the pride and ego and doership of that house? So those are things we have to understand. Karma particle does do their own job. I'm doing my own job. So same as the electric body. Electric body are the one, they produce heat when the soul takes soul gets associated with a new life. The fertilized ovum, when it occurs to the sperm, and the ovum gets merged together and soul enters, and that cell is called now fertilized ovum, divides into two and further into two and further into two, and becomes a block of cells and all kind of things. And electric body provides the heat, and with the heat, the center core gets diluted, and then there is a liquefaction occurs, and then the tube becomes elongated, and ultimately human form occurs in the mother's womb. Electric body helps there. Electric body goes out, and we can just say, my God, the person looks like ice cold because he's dead. Dead means soul went out. Electric body went out. That's why soul became cool. That's why the physical body became cold, cool. That's it. So that's the electric body function. Material mind, we already talked last week. Material mind means my thought process. I'm thinking something. Thinking something means my soul is trying to have certain inclination, and at that time, mind particle joins in that one, and a thought is produced. The thought production has a two component, soul's inclination and material mind particles action. Both combine together and a thought gets generated. So that's a material mind. No karma body etc. external association are called no karma. No karma means the physical body, my senses and everything, they are all called kind of quasi karma. They are not karma, but they help karma to come to the soul. For example, I have the body. Omniscient Lord has a body. And there is very extreme heat is going on. Omniscient Lord doesn't care because he has separated himself from the body. So whether it's hot or cold or raining, anything, it doesn't affect him. Me, oh my God, it's very cold or very hot. And because my body feels heat, I'm not feeling heat. My body is feeling cold, I'm not feeling cold. And because my body is feeling heat, so I am feeling hot and everything, and I do this and I do that. Please help me out, do something. How come this area is so hot? I start blaming whole world because I have affection for my body, and so whatever happens to body, I think it is happening to me, and that's why I bind the karma. Omniscient Lord has a body, and he has total separation of the soul from the body. And if his body gets burned out also, or something happens to the body, he does not worry about it. He does not have associative relationship with the body. So body itself is not the reason for karma bondage, but attachment to the body makes it karma bondage to the soul. For example, somebody has a good-looking skin, softer skin, very nice features and everything, and that person will say, oh my God, I'm the most beautiful person on the earth. So now that having that body, physical body, is a one thing, but to have a pride on it, to have an ego on it, to have a doership on it, that's a reason for having karma bondage. So that's why body is called no karma. These senses are called, physical senses are called no karma. Same way, my house, my money, my family, job, and all those things are also called no karma, because house alone does not make you bind the karma. Everybody has a house, but then I have the greatest of the great house on the street. That kind of ego I have it, that's a reason for karma bondage. Everybody has a car. My car is a clunker car and I'm very unhappy. That damn thing breaks down. No, that is the reason I'm acquiring karma. So it's an old car, so it breaks down. Go to repair, fix it up. Why you're just making fuss about it? Or if you can't afford, then you have to live with that. Or if you can afford, dump it, get a new one. So car is not the reason for karma bondage. Affection to the car is a reason for karma bondage, and so on and so forth. So that's called no karma. Then infinite, uncounted, counted numbers or aggregate atoms, they are also called material particles, and that we are going to talk a lot, hopefully time permitting today. And single atom means swatantra pudgal parmanu. Single, if I take a cube, divide it into 2 and further into 2 and further into 2 and come to a point in which I cannot break into 2 pieces. And that's called that's called atom. Not the science atom, as we said last time. Science atom is the one which has quite a few things associated with that. Proton, neutron, electron, quarks, and all those things. But single Jainism perspective atom is a last part that cannot be further divided into 2, and that's only the thing. So these are all matter particles. There's a reference over here if somebody wants to refer. Panchastika stanza number 82 has given these things. Now we are coming to the next one. Samaisa stanza 50 to 55. This is a really nice one in which Acharya Bhagwan, Kunkul Acharya Dev, has given 29 different ways he is dividing into the matter. In the Samaisa has 415 stanza, so 50 to 55. The sixth stanza gives 29 things that they are called matter particles. We won't read this one, but I mean, those who can read, they can read that one out. I'll share the slide with you. Now, what does this mean? Nathi varna jivane gandh nahi, nahi sparsa rasa jivane nahi, means there is no color to the soul. There is no smell in the soul. There is no touch in the soul. There is no taste in the soul. There is no color to the soul. There is no body to the soul. And all these things are described. And so we'll go to the next slide. And this is a very busy slide, but I'll make it very short because they are called, the 29 things are described here: color, smell, taste, touch, visible form, body, bodily shape, skeleton structure, inclination of attachment, inclination of aversion, delusion, karmic condition, karmic matter. So all this, there are 29 subtypes are there. When I send the slides out, you can just review that one and see what they meant. 50 to 55 stanza of Samesa, Kunkun Swami very brilliantly put 29 things, and he told us everything in this universe that they are matter particle are kind of in narrow way they're described over here. Narrow way in the sense, these are the day-to-day relationship I have. Smell, I have relationship with smell. Color, I have delusion, I have karmic condition, karmic bondage, and all these things are associated with my body, and that's what he brilliantly puts those things in front of us for us to understand what is the matter. Now, if we just divide it, go through the slide, there are only two ways it can divide into: inclination of attachment, etc., means ragadi, and color, etc., means varnadi. Means those 29 things can be divided into inclination of attachment type and color, etc. type. What does it mean? Inclination of attachment is generated into my soul when I am projecting myself with the associates with the alien objects of the universe. Close your eye, reflect upon yourself only. You don't have inclination of attachment. You are the soul, and you are reflecting on you only. So there's no liking or disliking. This is my soul, my nature, my thing. I don't have any likes or dislikes. Only thing, when I have to compare with other things, then I get influence of attachment. Okay, this is my phone, better than yours or worse than yours. My pen is, I love it, means I have the influence of attachment with this one. Well, this that wire is a crooked, is becoming old, I should throw it out, get a new. So that's my attachment and aversion. Inclination of attachment, inclination of aversion occurs because when I project to the outside material object world. And so those are the things occurring within me. Inclination of attachment occurred within me, but as a result of me directing attention to the outside object. So that's why inclination of attachment is also called matter particles, material things, because inclination of attachment is produced by me having attention drawn to the alien objects of the universe, number one. And second thing, inclination of attachment is transient in nature, which is not my nature. My nature is an eternal, true nature of the soul. And third thing, inclination of attachment has no knowing capacity. Because of these three things, inclination of attachment is called alien objects of the universe. Okay, color, etc. Color, taste, smell, all those things are automatically objects of the universe. So you can divide that whole 29 thing into two. And now we come to that. Now we are going to do the first thing over here. We still say that this is matter. This is called matter particle. How did we call this one as matter particle, even though it is occurring within me, myself? I'm the one who becomes angry. I'm the one who becomes egoistic. I'm the one who is a greedy nature. So why do I call them as a matter object? So for that thing, we'll go through quickly one slide in which it says soul is a substance, can do only, soul is a substance, has a modification, and that transformation, modification, mode, paryay is two types. One, it can remain in innate state, which is the nature of the soul substance to remain in innate state. Sugar gives sweet taste, salt gives salty taste, no matter what. Soul is a substance, and soul has to remain in the innate state. Yes, but I'm not. I go in the deluding state also. Deluding state means I also become angry. I have anger, deceit, ego, greed, inclination of attachment, inclination of aversion, and wrong knowledge, and deluding state, and all those things are with me. And I'm the creator. Right now, who is the creator on this slide? Soul has a choice. When the mode came out, it can go in the innate state or deluding state, and soul by itself decide to go to in deluded state. When it went into deluding state, there are certain things were happening around. There was a fruition of karma was present, and that fruition of karma was acting as principal cause, auxiliary cause, relationship, means nimit, naimitting, sambandh. This is the naimitting, means this is where the action is occurring, and fruition of karma simply present as a instrumental cause. This is a principal cause. This is auxiliary cause. This is this fish who is swimming, and this is simply a water. Water created the condition for fish to swim, but fish has to decide. Fish can swim, fish doesn't have to swim. Whatever fish wants to do, it can do. But fish is swimming in water. So this is kind of instrumental cause simply present. That whole situation we described, that the person wakes up late and he's in hurry, and coffee drops in the shorts and everything, and gas is not there, and he gets traffic ticket. All those things, or accident, everything, all those things are occurring in the soul by itself. And when soul is doing all the things, the fruition of karma created situation only. Fruition of karma did not do anything else. Well, when the soul went in deluding state, at that time, this fruition of karma, they gave the fruition, and then they dissipated from the soul. Their job was done. But there are other karmic dust, karmic particles around me, that some of the karmic particles are supposed to be transformed into the karma particle right now. Karmic dust is a generic dust, and the karma particles are specific form of that karmic dust. So those karmic particles, generic karmic particles, are looking for something, some instrumental cause for their own transformation. Transformation from karmic dust to be a specific karma particle is going to occur by itself, but at that time, deluding state becomes instrumental cause, and the bondage of new karma occurs. The karmic dust particle became the bondage at the time. Now, this is also a principal cause, auxiliary cause relationship. Action occurred in this bondage of karma. This karma, the generic carbon particles became karma, and at that time my deluding state became auxiliary cause or simply instrumental cause. Then this karma went bondage, then they went in dormancy, and they remain in this situation. So all this circle keeps on going and going and going. Every moment soul is producing, and soul goes in deluding state. Fruition of karma is present as an instrumental cause. Deluding state is occurring, and at that time new bondage of karma occurs, then goes in dormancy, and this situation continuously occurs all the time. So who are the modes of the matter? Fruition of karma, they are also mode. I mean, they are the matter particles. Bondage of karma are also matter particles. So these two guys are matter particles, and they have done their own job. Remember, fruition created the whole situation by itself. Bondage of new karma occur by itself. Even though they don't have brain, they don't have knowledge, but they can perform themselves. This phone, which was new, now 2 years passed by, it has become old by itself. I didn't do anything. Or this pen, which was there with me for last 10, 12 years, for last 3-4 years, it was lost, or God knows somewhere it was there. Suddenly it reappeared. and now I'm using it. It became old, but it is mine. I love it. I like it because I have the attachment to that. So they are the matter particles, and they don't have brain, but they can transform. That's a take-home message. Matter particle also transforms by themselves. They have the modes of their own. Same way here, the diluting state occurred, that is called inclination of attachment, etc. state. So this diluting state, that means inclination of attachment, inclination of aversion, anger, deceit, ego, greed, ignorance, wrong belief, all these things are called deluding state. Who is the generator of this deluding state? Soul. When did that occur? Remember, innate state did not do anything, did not look anywhere else, so innate state remained as that only. But deluding state occurred, and it's created whole scenario in front of us. So this guy is a culprit to create all these changes occurring in the fruition of karma and bondage of new karma and everything. That's why this inclination of attachment is called mode of the matter, because he is the reason. Because of that thing, this thing was there, the other thing, fruition of old karma was there, bondage of new karma was there, and because of those two things are occurring, because deluding state was present, that's why deluding state is called matter. It's been accused to be a matter, even though that is occurring as soul substance. You got the point, right? Because this is very important point to understand, that how come that rag is occurring within me and you are telling me it is a matter? Because when soul looks at the matter, means fruition of karma, then all this new karma and everything came. So that's why deluding karma is labeled as matter when I'm looking for soul substance as a pure substance perspective only. When I'm looking at the soul as a pure perspective within me, then this deluding state occurred because of all these reactions occurring because of this deluding state. So deluding state is also lump sum together, put it in the matter perspective side. But if I look at the the deluding state, of course it's occurred when it's look at the fruition of karma, etc. But actually it is occurring within me. So if I'm looking from modal perspective, then this whole thing belongs to me. This whole thing belongs to me. Means soul substance, innate state, deluding state, whatever it is occurring within me. So if I'm looking from whole perspective, then the deluding state are mine. But when I'm looking for soul substance perspective, then deluding state occurs as a result of object of the universe, and that's why they are also called object. They are called matter. This point should be clear. If not, throw the question, because lots and lots and lots of things depends in our understanding. This is the most important understanding we have to have. So this deluding state is wearing two caps. From one angle I'm looking at it, well, it is occurring within soul, so it belongs to the soul, and that's it, case closed. Yes? But when I'm looking on this angle, well, it occurred because the deluding state occurred when it made the attention to the fruition of karma. If deluding state did not look at the fruition of karma, all these things would not happen, and that's why deluding state belongs to the matter. So deluding state remains in both the things. They are on this side also, soul side also, from one perspective, and on the matter side also from the other perspective. That perspective has to be understood. Perspective is a heart of a Jain philosophy. And if I don't have perspective, then it is different story. To my perspective, something is totally wrong. From, let's say we have raised the kids and everything. So from my perspective, a kid is not behaving, I want to beat him and scream at him and all kind of thing. I would like to become angry and everything. But did I look at from child's perspective? Child is a 10-year-old child. He has a childhood. Every day his childhood is getting lost. He would like to play and enjoy and get max out of the childhood. Whole world, whole long life is standing in front of him. Why should he not enjoy going to play football, basketball, whatever he wants to play? So child's perspective, that's most important to him. From father's perspective, no, he must study and everything. Why he's not? So I have to understand the perspective. Then I won't become angry. Why do we have to fight with other people? Because I want to impose my perspective on you, and you want to impose your perspective on me. No, 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 you are wrong. And he will say, no, you are wrong. So we fight. Okay? If I don't like somebody's perspective, what can I say? Understand your perspective. I respect your perspective. I may not agree to that. You convey the same point, right? So why should I not do that? And so the person will say, okay, no problem. And there's no fight. But no, I'm the best. Whatever I say is right. Whatever you say is wrong. And the fight occurs. So to have a peace, I have to understand this figure very well. Any question on this one before you go to next one? No? Okay. All right. We'll go to the next one. So the ragadi state means inclination of attachment, etc. state is this guy, yellow guy. And varnadi state is the color, etc. state is the matter particle which is over here. So there are two states are the one that is Kunkun Swami described in the previous slide. Ragadi state occurring within me, but because of looking at the alien objects. And color etc. state are naturally the nature of the matter by itself. So now looking at this one, we can see the, hold it. I have to take this thing out. Okay, so what is ragadi state? This is raga. This is the inclination of attachment etc. state because it is occurring within me. And this guy is a other side, is a mode of the matter that is by itself is a matter. So that's called varnadi, means a color etc. state. We are just taking over here karma only, but karma and beyond all those things are the varnadi state, color etc. state. So now we come to this same past figure that we had it. Color is a this is color etc. state. Smell is a color etc. state. Taste is a color etc. Touch is a color etc. Visible form color etc. Body is a color etc. means matter. Body shape is matter. Skeleton structure matter. Now inclination of attachment and aversion are the ragadi statements belong to the soul, but they are not from the soul. Delusion belongs to soul. Karmic condition is a matter. Karmic matter. Quasi-karma particles, matter. Atomic potency, matter. So all these things, when you go through it, it just divides a whole 29 things into two different things. One is a transiency occurring within me as a result of me looking at the alien object, and other thing is matter particle by itself. So brilliantly, 6 stanza, Kunkun Swami has really explain all these matter particles to us. Okay, so that is from the Samasa perspective we took it. So now we come to matter. That matter has two particles, atom and aggregate of molecules. Atom is the last part as we talked about it, and once that one atom gets joined with the other atom, becomes two atoms, then they become 3, 4, 5, 6, they keep on multiplying, they can keep on attaching to each other, and that way the more than two and more atomic particle getting attached to each other, it's called aggregate of molecule. This aggregate of molecule could be numbers, countable numbers, uncountable numbers, or infinite in numbers. They are called aggregate molecule. Means all the aggregate of atoms combined together becoming one big block, and that is called aggregate of molecules. The atom is called Parmanu. Aggregate of molecules are called skand. We are coming to that. Atom. Last part of matter which cannot be further divided, that's called atom. It occupies one space point of the space, that's an atom. The time substance also has occupied one space point. We'll talk this one time when we coming to the time section. We are in the matter section. We finish the soul, we finish matter. Now we'll go to next week or week after, we'll go to the medium of motion, medium of rest, space, and then time. When we come to time, you'll be able to understand this bullet much better. Right now, let's leave it like that because our main concern is atom. Smallest space point means the area occupied by atom and a time unit. Time unit occupies one space point. Atom occupies one space point. What is one space point? This whole room I divide into two, further into two, further into two, and ultimately I come to a point in which I cannot divide that space into two, and that is called one space point. And one atom can occupy that one space point. This one atom is not visible by us, by any scientific instrument and or whatever we may have it. Only omniscient Lord can visualize that one. Then one space point of space. What's the capacity of the one space point? Can give shelter to all the atoms. Small aggregate of molecules also it can give space. There are innumerable space points in the cosmic space. We are trying to explain this bullet right now. That there are innumerable space points in the cosmic space, and they can give the ability to give shelter to infinite souls and infinite times infinite matter particles. Imagine innumerable soul, uncounted amount of soul is teeny tiny number, and huge thing is a infinite times infinite matter particles and infinite soul. All those things get occupied in this smaller area because this has accommodative capacity to give space to anybody who wants to come and live. In my home, we are living two. We have 4 people come. We can accommodate. 8 can accommodate. 16 can accommodate. 32 can accommodate. Even 50 can accommodate if we have to. Because we always say, oh yeah, don't worry about it. We'll make it easy. Don't worry about it. We'll make it. We'll make it. We'll make it. Same way, all these particles, they say, yeah, we can make it, no problem, no problem. Same way as this room can have million lights and million light bulbs light can be accommodated in the same room alone also. Similarly, in that narrow, innumerable space point, infinite types of matter particle and souls can get occupied. So one space point has a tremendous capacity to give shelter to lots of things. If you want to read Brahad Dravya Sangrah, stanza 27, that's a reference. Now, how many types of matter are there? Let's see the time we have to keep. Okay, we'll just go and finish this slide. How many types of matter particles are there? Matter can be divided into single atom and aggregate molecules. Means single atom and single atom joining to next one and third and fourth and fifth and millions and billions and infinite So that's called aggregate molecules. How much atomic particles are present in this pencil? Infinite atomic particles are present in this pencil. How many particles are present in this visiting card? Infinite matter particles are present in this visiting card. So all those things, they are called aggregate molecule. Single atom and aggregate molecule. So those are the things. Now next week we'll just go through a lot more detail about this single atom and aggregate, and hopefully I think we may finish this matter chapter next week, and then we'll go to the next one. Any questions so far?
I have one.
Yeah, go ahead.
I think the main thing I may have missed in seeing that slide on soul substance, that phrase incorporates innate and diluting. So does that mean it incorporates pure and impure soul substance?
Soul substance incorporates matter, you mean?
Encompasses pure and impure soul?
Yeah, they are. Soul means impure, pure, all kinds of soul, starting from the lowest form of souls all the way to the liberated soul of a Siddha Bhagwan. They all are encompassed in the soul section. Yes. Because what we are doing, we are taking the characteristics. Let's say you are going to a meeting and there are 10,000 people are present. There are so many men, so many women, so many children, so many old, so many young, so many from Arizona, so many from New York, so many from India, so many from Europe, so many from Africa. So all those things are people. So we are giving properties of people. We don't say black, white, yellow, or whatever. We are making them secondary. We are just saying, what's a property of a person? How can I say that this is a human being and not an animal? Because he has two legs, okay, he has two hands, okay, he whatever characteristics in a human being we see, and that's where we consider that one is a human being. So soul characteristics also same way. What is soul? Whether it's a liberated soul or bonded soul, but soul, what's the characteristics? That's what we had described. And again, we'll be describing them in greater detail when we come to the soul's specific attributes of their, like knowledge, perception, faith attribute, and all those things. And when it comes, we'll go through that again in much more detail, you know. Any questions? Other one? Okay, if there's none, then we'll just do the closing, and then we'll just close down. Yeah.
A few meetings, because I haven't attended.
Yeah.
Thank you.
No, what did you say? I'm sorry, I didn't get it.
Could you send me a few meetings?
Okay, all right. You know, what I'll do is, yeah, okay, I'll try to do that. Okay?
Yeah, about, I wasn't able to visit last whole week, and I don't know how it's going to be happen.
No problem. Okay. I'll thank you. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. जावाणी के ज्ञान से सूझे लोकालो, सोवाणी मस्तक नमो सदा देत हूँ डो. 9 times नमो का मंत्र. नमो ओरियंताण नमो सिद्धाण नमो आयण नमो साम नमो लोय सौसाणम. नमो ओरियंताण नमो सिद्धाण नमो आयण नमो साम नमो लोय सौसाणम. नमो ओरियंताण नमो सिद्धाण नमो आयण नमो जान नमो लोय सौसाणम. नमो ओरियंताण नमो सिद्धाण नमो आयण नमो जान नमो लोय सौसाणम. नमो ओरियंताण नमो सिद्धाण नमो आयण नमो जान नमो लोय सौसाणम. नमो ओरियंताण नमो सिद्धाण नमो आयण नमो जान नमो लोय सौसाणम. नमो ओरियंताण नमो सिद्धाण नमो आयण नमो जान नमो लोय सौसाणम. नमो ओरियंताण नमो सिद्धाण नमो आयण नमो जान नमो लोय सौसाणम. Horyantanam namo siddhanam namo aryanam namo jan namo loe sarvasaranam. Jai Jinendra. Thank you.
Jai Hind and Jai.
Jai Jinendra.
Thanks.
Thank you, Kirat uncle. Jai
Thanks.
Jinendra. Michami Dukram.
Jai Jinendra.
Jai Jinendra.
Jai
Thank
Jinendra.
you.
Thanks.